Welcome to the additional podcast called Divorce Tips, where I answer some of the most asked questions regarding before, during, and after divorce. These are 10-minute golden nugget episodes to give you as much information as possible from a divorce expert. That's me. Let's go. Hello, today on our official episode of Divorce Tip, we are talking about who to include in your tribe and who to take information from. One of the things you'll know when you're getting through divorce is it will bring out every single person that you know or do not know about that, hey, I know somebody's been divorced, or hey, I've been divorced, and they want to give you all of the information that they believe would help you. It's kind of like when you get pregnant with a baby and then everybody all of a sudden becomes baby experts and they want to tell you everything that you need to do with your baby, and really it ends up you just need to have the baby, and trust me, you'll figure it out, and whatever way you figure it out will work. You have to be careful with the information that you get from other people or other sources regarding divorce. And this is why. When it comes to your actual divorce, you have to know that no two divorces are the same. Divorces are actually like snowflakes. There is not one divorce that is going to look exactly like another snowflake, another divorce. Because of that and the uniqueness of it, by taking what somebody else says about their divorce and what they got through the divorce is only going to set an expectation to you that most likely is going to make you disappointed. And what I mean by that is that everybody's going to come out and say, I've got all this information that you should know, and this is what happened in my divorce. And so you're going to start thinking, oh, well, this will happen in my divorce, and this is what I'll get in my divorce. And then you go to court or you go to mediation and you get exactly the opposite, and you're frustrated and you don't understand why you can't get what your friend got or the like. It's not going to be the same. Your case, especially if it ends up going to court, is going to be very specific to you. And obviously, you're going to want to do whatever you can to protect yourself, your future, and your family. It doesn't matter what anybody else's situation has. In fact, in Utah specifically, our case law is so very subjective to the interpretation that every judge makes of that specific statute and or case law. Therefore, your judge compared to another judge can have a completely different interpretation of that specific law or that specific case law, that specific code statute, and therefore giving you an absolute different result than another judge in the very same state regarding the very same issue. You want to be careful about that. The other thing that you want to be really, really careful about is trusting Google. Divorces, divorce law, family law is very, very state specific. And sometimes it is very, very specific to where you specifically live, the county you live in. Well, Google's national. So you could be reading something that has maybe effect in Florida, but you live in North Carolina and it's going to have absolutely no effect or no reality check to what you're actually going through. The other thing is Google, they don't update things or fact check things, or they're not going to make sure that the actual tips that you're reading on Google are actually correct. So you have to be very careful about that. Some of the blogs and some of the information that lawyers put up are going to be very outdated. They're not going to be very specific to where you live, and therefore they're not going to help you in this situation. The best information you're going to want to look for is local attorneys, specifically in your county, that do just family law and then maybe write blogs about it. You can then go and get some probably very, very good informative information. But again, it's not Bible. It's not something that you can take and say, this is what's going to happen, because your case could have different effects. The other thing is that because there are so many things that play into how a divorce can resolve, whether you're, never have to go to court, whether you two are able to work together and really come to your resolution, or whether you're able to, you just, high conflict, you're going to have to litigate, you're going to have to go to court. It really changes the trajectory and the pathway of coming to an end result. So it might not look the same. So the best thing you can do to protect yourself from everybody else and all their information is, first of all, meet with an attorney that lives specifically in your county that specializes in family law. They're actually going to be able to listen to your case, and they're going to give you more of very, very relevant, recent information that's going to help you kind of know, okay, these are my options and this is what I may or may not get. They also are going to be able to really educate you on the current case law, the current codes, the current laws that are going to really affect the outcome of your case. And so you really should, if you go to a very good family law attorney that knows what they're talking about, knows the recent case law, you should be able to leave that consultation with a very good grounds of what your divorce is actually going to look like and what you can do to really protect yourself, your family, and your future. So that's the divorce tip today. Everybody else, again, is going to have their things to say, and they got thinking that giving their advice is going to be what kind of, supports you. But at the end of the day, that's not the kind of support you want. Make sure that you talk to a competent attorney so that you get the right information and you feel better about your choices and you can go down the path that leads you to the best result. That's Jill Coyle, Divorce Tip. Tune in until next time. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, follow, and share. I'd love to hear your questions and feedback. You can contact me at community@jillcoyle.com. See you next time. I am an attorney, but I am not your attorney. Any advice given on the podcast is general and shall not be construed as legal advice.